I'll leave. Excuse me, sir, we're gonna do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Lady, good morning, everybody. It's July 22nd. Blanche could not make it today. She's stuck at an airport. So anyway, it's just Paul, Miranda, and I. And we have a couple people in the audience. We'll go ahead and accept the minutes for July 15th.
My motion to accept the minutes for July 15th.
I second it. Any public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Go ahead and jump into correspondence. Thank you, Paul. The first one's an update on the deer fire down by Missoula. It's just giving us on what the status and the planned actions, and they put these out pretty much during every day, just to let people know what's going on. It's pretty good info. The next one from Kendra McCloskey, and it's reaching out on the behalf of Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks to coordinate notification procedures related to House Bill 648, which takes effect on the 1st of October 2025. It's a new FWP. We require to notify county commission and sheriffs anytime a black or grizzly bear is relocated into your county, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
They should be doing it with the wolves too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good deal there. The next one from the Public Health and Human Services, notification of passage and approval of House Bill 888, revising local board of health powers. And it's on there was passed and enacted into law. The bill revises Montana law to prohibit local boards of health from requiring persons to receive any type of vaccination, medication, supplement, or other type of drug treatment. The change in law is effective July 1st, 2025. And that's it for correspondence. Any public comment on correspondence? All right, well, being that, we'll move ahead in, kind of jumping ahead here a little bit. We'll go ahead and just jump into public comment because we have some people in the audience. So, you like to go first?
Sure.
You gotta have to state your name.
Yep.
Please. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't agree.
All right. I'm Kristen Kukin and I'm the Western Montana field rep for Senator Steve Nate. So I'm just here to give you a brief update on some of the things he's been working on up in DC on behalf of Montana. As most of you know.
I'm sorry, you can't shut that door. It has to be open. If you can't hear, you can come up a little closer. Sorry.
No problem. As most of you know, the One Big Beautiful Bill passed and was brought to the president's desk on July 4th, and he signed it into law. And what that means for Montanans is there's 200,000 Montana seniors that will be benefiting from no tax on Social Security. And there's nearly 3,000 in savings for the average Montana family from a tax perspective. And there's the no sale of public lands, which he fought very hard for, because that's very important to us in Montana in particular, but across the country. The Bull Mountain mine near Roundup will stay open because they will not run out of permitted coal to mine. which he fought very, very hard for. And it requires that the timber sales on the Forest Service and BLM land increase to 250 million board feet. So we're gonna see an increase in forest management, which the senator is very, and, you know, timber sales as well. Requires onshore gas leasing in Montana. It eliminates the $200 excise tax on the short barreled rifles and shotguns. And sets aside 50 billion to fund rural hospitals, which is very important since most hospitals in Montana are rural. Expands telehealth access for Montanans, and also, just as a general note, increases our funding of the military by 150 million to increase our golden dome of protection across the United States, as well as like the Sentinel project, making sure that our nuclear capabilities are well intact and updated, among other things. So just that brief update for some wins that we had in DC.
Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming over.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that.
Yep.
It's awesome to hear. Any other public comment? Come on, Jody.
I'm George Brooker. I live at Idle Ranch subdivision, which is about 22 miles up from Clarkport. I have particular concerns with construction activities in my neighborhood, in particular, the lot adjoining mine. The owners of the property told me that Paul had told them that they could construct a road up to the Forest Service road prior to securing easement permit.
Who's next to you, George?
Uh,
Cause I've had some people, the only reason I'm asking that, cause I've had a couple people call. And that's in that subdivision.
yeah. So, previous, a septic, plan had been submitted and approved. And everything appeared to be all right. However, when construction started, they started putting in a couple of trailer pads on the surface within 100 feet of the stream. And so I tried to be of benefit of the doubt.
Did you talk to Chad Lannis about that? Did you call it Granite County Sanitarium? Chad Lannis, cause he's got to approve this. We don't have the approval on the stuff. He does all that.
I recognize that. I was told that Chad may be showing up there yesterday. I came here to the courthouse. I was concerned that they would continue back there, and I was trying to do a little preemptive with what they got too carried away. They brought up more than 11 loads of sand and gravel. And the construction side is just totally. The owners came over to me yesterday, right, and expressed their concerns. And they appeared to be naive. And the contractor seems to have his own agenda.
Well, on their own ground, they go through your subdivision. You guys have a homeowners,
There is no homeowners association.
but where it comes off, are you saying that they're not building on a county road, they're just coming off into your subdivision and wherever the site is, they're going to Forest Service on their own ground?
Well, on their own ground, the legal access is through the county road, which was platted, in originally. They had been with all of the equipment and material and, displaced with earth and all, they had been coming in off of the Forest Service road.
Did you bring up the Forest Service attention?
I have not yet.
Georgia might be better, cause I mean, where they come up.
Well, I recognize that. And I spoke to the owners yesterday when they came for their visit. And, you know, informed them of what's the proper process. There's people coming in from out of state that have no idea how to go about things. And they may have a contractor who comes in and says, oh, you can do whatever you want. More or less.
We can look at it, but a lot of times, George, you know, already, we have no say once we get to your ground, that's your stuff, you can't carry it on your ground. That's where you wanna keep it, that's why a lot of these people are moving in, the realtors are telling them stuff. And we're not there to.
Actually, the owners are, real estate lawyers.
I'm there. I'm not gonna say nothing, but it's a problem all around here too, they buy ground. And to sell it, they throw a good pitch,
Yeah, yeah.
and then they'll be in here wanting more done to their roads, and they live back, they'll move back in there, and then. They don't want, all of a sudden they want a paved road to their house.
Yeah,
I don't know really what to tell you or help you about. If you wanna wait a few minutes, Paul will be in, the road guy. And then we can find out what he said. Cause I never heard nothing about him saying anything.
well, I just felt that, Paul may have been a little misinformed or.
We'll wait for him to come in and then we can ask him about it so he can defend himself, cause I haven't heard nothing about that, right? If you wanna just wait a few minutes and then we can have the other public comment, and then we can, well, don't leave, just stay here, George.
Okay, and additionally, I was told yesterday that, Chad would be, I don't know if he was gonna show up personally or just have a.
Usually on Tuesdays, you'll see him come in, his dog will make a trip in here, but I haven't seen him yet, so. If he's here, we can have him come in, but you need to talk to him too, and he can tell you, cause I'm sure he's been out there or headed there.
Well,
There's two guys now on that,
Oh,
cause a lot of building going on, and they had to hire another guy.
I recognize, you know, from Chad's office, it's about as far away as you can get time-wise.
Mhm.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's it's a 3 districts,
Yeah,
he's got a lot on his plate, so.
uh-huh.
But, yeah, if you wanna wait a few minutes and we can move ahead here a little bit, and then you can, we'll talk to Paul about that, okay?
Yeah, had there been a building department, all that could have been avoided.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do that, and as soon as he comes in, we can find out, cause if he's been up there and looked at that road, then we'll know what's going on. So, we'll just hold out for a few minutes, he'll be in.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, George. Any other public comment?
One's related to the roads. I can wait till Paul.
Oh, okay.
If I'm allowed opportunity then.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll let you. Alrighty. We got about 5 minutes before Paul's time. in case some of the people that couldn't call in and public comment had a lot of calls on the water. They're really needing water, so if that pass that on, that a lot of the ranchers and then, yeah, it's really needing water now. Any other public comment?
Um. Jordan, and you know, I know you can't control the dust on the Forest Service road. Uh, 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 However, I just want to comment that out in the flat, things are getting crispy. And,
Yeah,
things are drying up pretty quick, it appears to me.
we're at stage one. Right? I know there's been some people talking about going with, we got a little rain last night, damn little more up here. But it's, I'm sure it's gonna be coming stage two pretty quick on statewide. Is that kind of what you heard?
It's, well, the drought has just been bad, especially in western Montana area, so.
Yeah, I'm sure it's supposed to jump right back up hot again. And I know the traffic up there's terrible.
So I try to keep the newcomers a little informed, they're not always cognizant.
Okay. We put it on, we pretty much have it on every week now, so you
Yeah.
can always call in and recommend what you think too. Or help out, that way, being up there 22 miles up there, you kind of give us heads up on what's going on.
I do see the spotter planes from time to time, but
Okay, thanks, George. Any other public comment? Morning, Paul.
On the call.
Is there any other public comment? Being none, we'll go ahead and jump into the weekly report with Road and Bridge Superintendent Paul. How's it going?
Really good. We're just still in Dunkelberg and, moved from Rock Creek to Willow Creek. Get that bladed up.
Oh, as far as learners up there, it's pretty rough. And been getting just maggot everywhere. Got some issues with the whole mag tank, so we're trying to get them drained out and gonna have to reform them. They're just big valve are all just junk and shit from there. They just
Can't
go,
believe they lasted that long.
yeah. They're plastic, but which lasts a little longer if you can get them, but that mag's pretty hard on shit.
We got some public comment. Come up, George. Please. George is from up at the, you know, he's at the 22 mile up lower on Britain.
Yeah.
Hey,
County Western.
uh. Uh. Mine, I have new neighbors that started construction on their,
Yeah,
ground. And they started accessing out the Forest Service. And then, yesterday, well, prior to yesterday, they started road construction to the Forest Service ground. At which time, I confronted the contractor and asked him if they had a permit, and he said that we can do anything on our ground, we can put the road right up to the Forest Service boundary.
that's because they can.
Whereas in the permit application, it explicitly states that no construction would commence until the permit is approved.
That no construction will commence until a permit's approved on the permit land. And you can do anything you want on your own land. They can build that road, they can pave it all the way to the end where the right of way begins. And there's not a problem with that.
Cause there isn't covenants on, you guys don't have a home, that's why I asked you about the home. That's when I said, you can do whatever you want on your own ground.
Yeah, all the guy wants to do is he doesn't want to use tying to that other road, it's better off to come off the road through his own property to his own dwelling.
Well, there's a permit process for that.
And he's working on that, but until he's not gonna connect that road.
The permit explicitly states that that road is not to be constructed until the permit is approved.
That road's not leaving, it's only on his own ground though. And if something happens, let's just say they say, okay, you don't get a permit to go off the road right there, then that's on him.
Yeah.
That's all his money, but he's not doing anything, but he's not doing anything wrong. But yeah, he's not doing anything wrong. You know,
That's exactly what I told you, George, that you can do whatever you want with the same.
He can't access it until he has the permit.
right,
Right.
right, and he knows that, he's well aware of that. I talked to him. And he knows that if for some reason he can't get the permit, that's on him, if it's after obliterated or.
Yeah, or mitigate or whatever.
Yeah, he's well aware of what he's gotta do.
Okay, I wanted to just clarify that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause he can't give them authority to go under Forest Service, that's nothing to do with county.
No,
Yeah, I recognize that also, yeah.
Okay. Just wanna make sure, cause when you were saying that he had told them that they could go up into Forest Service.
I told him exactly what I just told him just now.
I just want it on record.
Yeah, hold on, yeah.
Okay, yeah, good.
Okay, so we good on that?
I think so. There are other issues, but I won't address other issues with.
And the Forest Service, if they want mag, they gotta put their own mag on their own.
Well, I know. They said, when they laid the ground last year, they said they weren't able to budget that in.
What we got told,
And it is next to the stream.
and that's in Lolo.
Right.
So, anything else?
That's it for now. And,
That's all right.
and I recognize that the time of a non-agenda item.
No, that's fine. No, we can bring it up. What we have it for.
Good time as any.
Okay, Tom.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And
Oh. His name's Paul.
Paul.
Not Oak.
See you then.
Come on up.
Hey, David Disbro, Badger Bay subdivision board member. Been here a couple weeks ago, a couple times, 2 weeks ago this year. Looking for an update on, plans to resurface, recrown, Piney Point Road. I was told it'd be 2 weeks out. And I was also requested that I provide a written letter, which I thought was a little odd, stating that the covering all and any activity that was done on that road related to dust suppression. Okay, I'm not sure is that, so I provided that letter for you as requested. We, as a homeowners association, want to expect dust suppression as been required. It's supposed to be a buy-in type of activity. It's been many years since we've had any grading or dust suppression in our subdivision.
Well, we went through this whole thing a couple weeks ago, and I told you we were a couple weeks out, and all goes well, we'll be here by the middle of next week.
Is that the middle of this coming week?
No, next week.
Next week? All right. And that's my question. So we're providing that, and we're fine with using mag chloride if it's applied in the manner that we county has demonstrated between Badger Bay Trail and Piney Point Road along the lake shore.
We only put it on one way,
Okay,
so.
but if that's the condition, we're fine with that. That looks good. We'll be happy with that. My side question to you, is this request for letters, subdivisions required across the county, or is Badger Bay something different?
Just that road, because, one time when we magged it, it got really slimy up there and we heard nothing but a lot of complaints. And that's why we haven't magged it in the past few years. It's because of that, it turned into such crap, and that's why I wanted it.
We just got that for you.
In writing that you guys want magged. So if it does turn to pure shit again, it's not on the county.
Well, if it's done in an appropriate manner, then we're happy with it. If you do it in the manner that you mag between Badger Bay Trail and Lake Shore.
We mag every road the same.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd be more adamant about that.
Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
See you there.
I haven't read it all. We just got it.
If there's any questions on that?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I only read part of it there. I was trying to listen to what they're saying. Any other public comment for Road and Bridge? I'll let you read it quick and then you got any comments, as long as you're still there. How's your day going, Blaine?
Good.
Blanche is hung up in the
Oh,
airport.
She on Zoom or?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No.
Alright, so you guys are holding down the fort?
Yep.
Getting you.
What
I only-
interview is what it is.
I read part of it. I'll read it here. That letter, pretty.
looks good to me. Now there's no hold up when we're there. We can just get it done.
Yeah, sounds good.
It'll be hard getting some water out of these ditches, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to be really careful, because I'll tell you what, there's a bunch of people who are gonna be calling in pretty quick.
Yeah.
Have to make sure we get approval to take their, start dipping out these irrigation ditches.
Yeah, they get a little testy this time of year. Seems like they want. They'd rather have a rotten road than have a good acre.
Yeah. You have any comments on that? Just read the last part of it.
We'll do that gravel all at the same time, you know, when we're up there, like, get that whole thing wrapped up here, you know.
Yeah, I just put it on the way we've been putting it on. Said
That's the only way we'll do it.
Yeah. We'll be getting complaints about it. It's messy. Anything else for road and bridge? Well,
All right, I'll see you later.
Have a good one.
Have a good day.
thanks.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Okay, the next is 9:30 and it's solid waste weekly update. You have anything for us, John? Solid waste weekly update. Come on up, we can take your name. Okay, you got any comments, John?
I had a call from Republic. They're, the other day I shipped out 2 containers like I always do. And each one of them had a skunk, a large skunk in them.
Got a lot of stunts around.
The one of them came out of the compactor. Which I don't know how he survived getting compacted in there. I know there's a big hole at the back of it where it, you know, if they get up in that hole, then they wouldn't get compacted. But the guy pulled it away, and of course, when he did, the skunk come out. So he put the shovel in front of him. And he said he made aggressive moves at him.
I don't mean
Yeah.
that. Put up a joke. I'm sorry, but, holy shit.
Then he hit him with the shovel, which made him spray, so, they called and asked if there wasn't something we can do.
Only thing you can do is put a couple or get a couple live traps and put them out and catch them, and then you gotta dispose of them.
Well,
Or take them and let them loose or whatever. They'll be like that.
mhm.
I'd shoot them.
Well, I talked to the fishing game and they said I can shoot them. Then they came out to the side. And said, oh no, you're too close to the state interstate to do that.
What?
You can't be within a quarter of a mile of the interstate and shoot a gun.
That's a crop. Now they're telling us you can't shoot her. Oh, how they've gotten crazy.
So when you cover the live caves and then they don't know what's going on and move them and then shoot them somewhere
I
else.
take them right down to their place. They want to go across. I would. I mean,
But, you
I
know,
would take them right down the fishing game off and set them out.
since then I've smashed a couple in my open top with tobacco. And, you know, I see a tail waving in the air and I just put the bucket on them and smash them and that seems to be doing it, but. You know, line trapping, I don't wanna be sprayed. So,
Why don't,
and I know how to place my shot so that they won't spray. Yes.
do what?
I know how to place my shot so they don't spray. Cause if you shoot them and break their back, they can't spray.
Well, I've never heard of such a thing at quarter mile, but there's people shooting off the interstate deer and that you turn them in, nothing happens. So where's their jurisdiction? How can they all of a sudden now say this?
It's a quarter mile from the interstate.
Wow.
You want me to look that law up?
And it's, from what I was being told is, it's like any habitable structure. I mean, they can't shoot off my back porch and,
Well, I guess when you catch them, we just call them and they come and take care of them. They're their animals, obviously.
well, they say they're barred so that it's legal to shoot. But on the other hand, you got the other rule.
Huh.
So, but. And then, Wroclaw's, I was up cleaning up the plastic and stuff off their hill. They don't want nobody up there until that moisture comes. They almost lost their house last year in Stevensville from a fire. They don't want fire started. I mean, my side by side's got all the spark arresters and all that kind of stuff on it.
Yeah, I don't blame them. It's a damn dry, John, that, you know, I'll say that. We don't wanna be going off the main roads. I mean, no, that'd be crazy. That's all we need to do is catch fire up there.
But,
I just would,
I mean,
for now, I wouldn't worry about it unless it's some of that closer stuff where a guy could walk to grab, you know, stuff on the fence and that. I'm concerned about that. And then, but that driving around out there in them other places, I wouldn't do that right now.
we just pulled it up, you know, where the main portion was and picked up everything. We picked up 4 bags. And, but we just took it over and threw it in a side by side and brought that down again. So it wasn't maybe from here to go to end of the shed off the road where it's at.
Yeah, I just stayed right now with me. I mean, we want it cleaned up, but personally, I don't want a fire. It could happen, no matter, them spark raptors on, they'll catch a fire just as easy as, I've seen it happen.
And I don't want to fire.
I just worry, cause concentrate was around the yard there inside the fence where you can actually control the stuff and get rid of all the crap laying around and just clean it up. You have to bring a little cleaner gravel and then set in there or something, but. Go ahead, Blaine.
So the code MCA 618369 says, except as provided in 87-2-803 subsection 5, person may not shoot a firearm from or across the right of way of a highway. So that's, you're
We're
in
not
the right of
Right.
way, yeah.
So you can shoot them. We're not
Yeah.
shooting across right away. It's our ground. They're in there, we shoot them, right?
Yeah,
Well, you said something about it was designated as a safety zone.
I've never ever seen a sign up there saying
Is it-
safety zone.
is that within the, town of Drummond, or is it outside the town limits?
There's always,
Yeah.
it's outside.
Oh, yeah, the town ordinance, well, I'm not, yeah, 'cause I'm not aware of that, but town limits,
I've known about that law for years.
especially if you're shooting towards the hillside, and that's what I would do, yeah, you got it back.
But evidently they don't think I'm smart enough not to shoot towards the highway.
Oh,
I mean,
I think you shoot there as long as you're, yeah, shoot towards the hillside.
Well, we gotta do something with them, especially if they're attacking people.
well,
Yeah, they don't wanna be sprayed by a skunk, guys.
you know, my theory is if a skunk's coming at you, your first thing you try to do is get the hell away from it.
Yeah.
After you're dumb enough to stand there and get sprayed, that's pretty much your own fault.
Scoop shovel, I mean,
Common sense just fell off at the end of that scoop.
Yeah.
but he did say he got a little bit of spray on his shoes.
So now he wants the county to buy him a shoe.
No, he didn't say anything about that. I think it's one of them, by the time he told his supervisor.
Not working, I don't.
County commissioners,
Yeah, this is Brad Radke, I was just
can you,
calling in for your,
all right, we're just about done with the agenda. Can you just hold for a second?
Yep.
All right. So, anything else, John?
No, I think that's about it. I mean, we've got all the metal cleaned up down below. The upper graft was cleaned up. I've got a couch and a couple things that have come in that, when I get back today, I'll get them thrown in the dumpster. So, I got 4 refrigerators to pump. But other than that, we've got everything pretty well cleaned up.
Okay, you? All right, do you have anything? No, just keep cleaning, I guess, as soon as we can, stay inside the perimeter and stay there and shoot the damn skunks. And then,
I know where there are, they're living underneath that blue shed. I mean, there's a hole
Maybe-
at both ends.
maybe on the way back down there, stop by Hogan, see if they have any boxes of mothballs and throw them under
Okay,
the, I put them under my trailer and it seems to keep them.
Is Hogan still live traps, or?
Yeah, but I guess it will. If he's gonna end up getting sprayed or
Yeah.
something.
and I need to get approved for like Johnstone supplies so I can get my free unrecovered supplies,
What?
my free unrecovered supplies. I called them the other day to get my orders for my new free audio that all got me. And they won't charge on my signature.
Can you talk to Becky in there?
Sure.
And then if they need to bring something in, we gotta sign it, and you guys will sign it.
Yeah, for years, I mean, they got my license on file. My free on renewable license on
Yeah,
file down there.
Talk to them and explain to them what it is, and if we need something signed by us, then we can sign it and go from there. Get you
Okay.
approved for it. All right,
Right,
other than that, that's all we have for,
just go around.
yeah. Yeah, just, you don't have to come in, either you can, just that other stuff, email. You can email or call.
I got a meeting.
Yeah, then,
Yeah,
then
yeah, I'll do that, but I mean, I just wanted you to know that you can just call.
It's hard for me to email, I don't.
I'll just call in. And so we'll start putting it on time that if you can call in while you're at work there, like at 10 o'clock. Maybe, oh, sorry. All right, well, we better move ahead.
Alrighty,
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks. All right, so we're a little behind here. We're moving into the dam tenders report, Georgetown Lake outflow review and decision. It's at 6428.92, 6.96 below full pool. Which I've had lots and lots of calls, lots of people I've ran into. Yeah, it's that time of year that they need water bad. My recommendation is, well, as soon as Paul figure out what, we gotta open it up and get some water to them. That Blink Creek is damn near dry.
Talking about 30 CFS. The temporary modification request that the agencies have to approve.
Well, I just want them to recognize, you know, they've been in a drought since, May 1st, and if we don't give them water, holy cow, their whole livelihood is on the line right now. I know we got a bunch of public comments, so I guess we can jump into that. Before we make the motion, let's take the public comment. Go ahead, Brad.
Well, yeah, I was just hoping you guys would, increase the outflows there. I called in last year on it and, I know you upped the amount that was going to the hydro plants. And then we tried to spill some extra over, but it wasn't enough to make a difference. Where you released it at the top there, so, yeah, I was just calling in to see if we could up that amount to where it made a difference this time.
Well, we can only go so much on the hydro and then it starts, then we open up that valve and start coming down the creek more. I agree, I totally agree with you. I know I've been up and down there looking and watching and it's bad.
So what percent is Georgetown at right now? I know you said it's 6 feet below.
6 inches, 6.96.
Inches below full pool. Oh, holy shit. So.
Yeah, I didn't say 6 feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
6 feet would be sued right now.
Yeah, we're sitting pretty good. We're sitting some of the best in the state for water. That's why it's time to let more go.
Yeah.
This is why we build it up and then when it comes to this point that we need
that stuff to release.
and we need the support of the fish, wildlife and the other two entities to be on board to help you guys now. Cause I mean, the fish are gonna survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, any other comment?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just hoping we can increase the CFS to where it's enough with what you release at the top, we can travel down and make a difference in Blink Creek.
Go ahead, Blaine.
Brad, this is Blaine. I'd say probably having you talk to the governor. We wrote to the governor and never did hear back, but yeah, that may be needed.
We have to talk to the governor to increase the outflow?
Well, fishing game, I'm doubtful that they'll agree to it, but we'll see.
I thought the commissioners had the full say on Georgetown Lake.
That was, subject to that FERC order, and that, if it's a modification, because it's 30 CFS during irrigation season, if increase that needs the fishing game, Fish Wildlife Service and U.S. Forest Service consent.
This is what we've been telling everybody for so long that so damn, they're dictating, telling us what to do with the water. And we've been telling everybody this and nobody's really stepped up to the plate. There's been people that have, but I'm totally with you. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. We need so much support that it's a joke.
So what's on the, right now, are you sending the full 30 CFS to the hydro plant?
No, we're only No, it will take up to 44. We don't like getting too much more than that, cause if there's an air pocket, it could blow, but we have valves that you can open. We've let out 100 at one time.
But 30 CFS is going through
Right
the
now.
pipe and then, yeah, being released back. So,
Yeah.
yeah, 30 CFS being released.
It's coming back in. It just runs through and turns them turbines. It's not like they're pumping it
Yeah.
out somewhere.
Yeah, no, I know, it's just pass through, but, so what can you increase back to without having, I mean, in the meantime, before you get the approval of the governor or whoever else?
Can't, well, yeah, 30 is what it is. Can't increase that without their consent.
I'd like to go above
You
30.
can't increase above 30 CFS without their consent.
Correct, correct.
Oh, jeez.
I know. We fight this every year and this is the same predicament. And this year being that the state was noted as a drought the 1st of May, we should have some kind of help coming off of them, realizing what you guys have downstream and how your livelihood's gonna be.
I'd say probably wait and see what Fish and Game says here. I'll send out an email, right after the.
None of them are on today, I don't think. Okay, well, I gotta take a couple other comments, Brad, but thank you and just keep in touch with us.
Okay, will you let me know?
Yeah, I'll,
when you
yeah,
get-
yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay, all right. All right, thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Monica, sorry. Oh, just a second, we gotta get you turned on.
Okay, can you hear me?
There. Yep,
All right. So here is my, first of all, do we as producers need to contact the governor's office? Is that what you're saying?
yes,
All right,
I'd say-
I'll be doing that today. Here's how this works with Flint Creek and our water that comes out of East Fork Reservoir, right? So they because there's no water in Flint Creek right now, they release that water out of East Fork and it goes through the Phillipsburg system, gets put into Flint Creek, but they record that as their water, right? So the deeded water rights off of Flint Creek come out first. There wouldn't even be enough water of our contracted water to take out of Flint Creek and put into the state ditch. Does that make sense to you guys?
yeah,
So we're paying for water we're never going to receive because the water in Flint Creek is so low. The
Correct.
only thing that we would be doing is giving it to the fish. And as far as I'm concerned, we can shut it off and just be done now if we're not going to get to use it, right? Like, why are we paying for it for the Fish and Game to get to use it? That's stupid, in my opinion. Okay. But this year, this could make the difference for some of the producers between selling cows or buying hay. And at the price of hay across the state of Montana, you're going to sell the cows and you're going to sell them for, okay, everybody can say, well, you're selling them for a premium, which we are, but we'll never get them back. Your producers in the lower end of the valley will never get those cows back. Because why wouldn't we? Because at this point, we could sell out to some high-end people that are dying to have our ground and take it out of agriculture. So we actually talked to everybody in Washington, D.C. and in March, and we talked about food security is national security. If we're not keeping this ground into agriculture, there is a huge issue here. And I think that we need support across the entire county, the lower valley and the upper valley, to understand that we need to keep this land in agriculture. It's hugely important for the producers here. But on a safety issue for the entire county, as dry as it is, I feel that every green field that you can have is a benefit to the safety of the whole county. Because at least if it got into a whirlwind of a fire, you could possibly get it stopped at somebody's hayfield if it was green.
I agree. I mean, I think we're all on board there. We just need to try to figure out how we can get better support and how we have more of a say on letting, where we hold the water back, you know, and make sure that the reservoirs up to, you know, that now when people need it, that we need to let more out.
How did the Fish and Game, and you guys probably can't answer this, but how did the Fish and Game become, because wasn't this put in for the hydroelectric and for agriculture?
Well, that's a
How did
problem.
How did the Fish and Game get control?
We started making money off of it, Monica, and then now they can dictate us and tell us what the hell to do.
That was FERC, it was FERC. Yeah, FERC gave him that. And it was argued over and argued over. And
It's
Okay.
not good. It's not good, I'll tell you. We all understand, but maybe a governor can help out or something. We have to have help here. I mean, you guys need to help.
Well, from us being in Washington, D.C., we also have connections with all of our representatives. I will be putting in a call to all of their offices too.
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, the only way we're going to do this is to put some pressure on, and I'm not, what are they going to do? Tell me to go pound sand? I'm not really worried about it.
It'll be dust.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, our stock ponds. So here's the other thing about the water is that even if they weren't going to hay it, and we're all gonna end up bringing our cows home early because our stock ponds are dry.
Correct.
Like we don't have enough water in the mountains to water our cows right now.
Okay.
So
And I comments from Charlie Parks, Pat Berlanick talked to Paul. I mean, I've had a lot of people calling Weavers. I've had lots of calls. People are they're scared that
yeah, it is scary.
fish in Flint Creek are dying. If they're worried about that, why wouldn't they let us up it enough that we get water down there to support the fish? But them fish ain't gonna feed you guys.
Well, but the other problem is that those are high-end recreation houses up there with a lot of people with a lot of influence. They're not going to lose their house if you let water out of Georgetown Lake, but someone could lose their livelihood.
Correct. Well,
So-
we're gonna move on here. I'd entertain a motion. See what you think, Paul.
What would you think 40 would be too much, Blaine, or
I think we need to go to 40 and
you always ask for it and, yeah.
we gotta go week by week. I mean, that. We need to get the flow back down, get them banks full and get it actually the water down.
So this is going to be another problem when you let it drop that low in the creek. It takes forever to get the banks moist enough to carry the water.
And I've said
Like the-
that time.
Yep, it
Right.
takes it. That's why no one takes their dams down to zero, because it takes too long to fill that, to wet the bottom base of the dam to fill it back up. The same as with the creek banks.
All right, well, is your motion for 40?
I motion for 40.
I second it. Any other public comment? Being none, all in favor? Aye. Gonna try to get 40 for you guys. I mean, we're gonna need your support and help. It's gonna be a battle. But if
I'll
we-
start calling today. I'll start
Yeah,
calling today.
Just let me know, and then if we have to, we can have a public meeting next week. I mean, you guys are gonna have to really start pounding in here, and the Fish and Game should be on. This is what frustrates me right now. Not one of them are on here to support with or against. This is a problem. They never hear this shit. So.
Because they don't really care.
We gotta move on, so, thank you.
Scott, can I make one more comment about the Fish and Game?
If it ain't a long one.
It's not a long one. If we don't have some aftergrass on our fields, they're going to have to they're going to have to be shooting elk out of our haystacks because we're not going to keep them out of our haystacks. Like, it is so dry in the mountains. They're all going to be down here in the bottom. So if we can't get this green enough to have aspergrass to feed the elk, they're going to be in our haystacks, and then they're going to be a problem.
Correct. We
That's
already,
that's an argument for the Fish and Game. If you talk to them, just be like, what's your elk plan for this year for the ranchers?
I know what's gonna happen. They're already coming.
I already have elk in my
Yep.
meadow.
Yeah,
I
they're
haven't
already.
cut yet.
So, alrighty, well, thank you. We gotta move on. I'm getting way behind here. All right, well, we gotta move into a closed employee personnel meeting. I appreciate everybody here today, and thanks for showing up and get a update what's going on with Mr. Danes.
Yes, absolutely, and I'll pass those
You can
comments
see
on.
what's,
Yeah,
now you
no,
kind of
let's
see,
pass that on.
okay, there's
Yeah,
a lot of stock owners, he's one, there's just
Mhm.
people that are, this is really gonna hurt.
yes, wait,
Can we get Doge to go through, perk?
Yeah.
we have those requests.
Yeah.
It's a real liberty.
Good, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, I will definitely pass
Okay,
that message along.
I'll be in touch with you too,
Yeah.
you know, we might have I'm thinking guys probably gonna end up having a public meeting next week over this water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
Pretty
think we
sure.
need to.
yep, well, let me know about that.
We're talking about like an evening meeting or?
Not,
Okay.
it's just on the agenda, just put it on the agenda, cause
Yeah.
I got a feeling it's coming.
And make sure Fishing Game's here to,
They gotta be here to take,
yeah.
we're getting.
Cause the only time, what I've seen, is the only time Fishing Game is here is in the spring to make sure that the dam fills. That's all they care about. And then after that, they're like, oh, we got you locked in, now you can't turn any water out.
And once you request
Yeah.
to increase the CFS, then it has to go through like 3 different entities in addition to the
Yeah.
county commissioners,
Do the fur
all the way
quarter.
up to the governor. for
Well,
that.
The only reason why the government be involved is to talk to Fish and Game.
Okay.
It says Fish and Game. But
Right.
Yeah, he controls, he's over them, so,
Okay,
He really needs to step up now.
yeah.
yeah,
I'd like to invite him here. I mean, just to have his support, we've supported him, so it's time that stuff comes back around for us.
all right,
It's gonna
well,
be
thank
the
you,
rule.
let me know.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
You wanna wait for your right, John, you want it open or shut?
I don't care.
Well, it's up to you, you're the
You
one
have
that's
to
here.
expressly waive them if we're gonna open them.
Okay, I wait up.
You waive your right to right privacy, Don? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess starting off here, we just wanna make sure that we talked about already, but just, we gotta get that cleaned up and,
I was down there Thursday and grabbed some photos and. I don't know, probably we're taking a part to print all the photos out. Miranda has them on her computer. But there are some spots, like, I mean, there's a lot of garbage and just along the fence and like in the grass and all the low spots, you know, that low spot. Heading on the south side of the fence, I mean, the whole thing was almost full of garbage down there. We just need to get that cleaned up. There is a lot of just, I mean, you got rims just laying in front of the scrap iron pile. I mean, if they're there, just throw them away. We're not a secondhand store. So a lot of that crap needs to go. There's a bag of garbage by the waste scale, by the shack there, just need to really tidy it up. And I know like the refrigerators and stuff, you know, it goes through a process, but you know, I mean, it just, a lot of that inside needs to be cleaned up. And, you know, we talked earlier about, up on the hill and stuff, wait until it, and you gotta wait now until it's, but I mean, there's shit all the way to the top of the hill up there.
A lot of that is the time you show up there. If there's been a lot of wind, like I said, we had that outside the fence all cleaned up. By the time I got off at 6, it was there again.
I'll give you a little credit.
And it's like a cyclone.
I know, I'll give you a little credit of the stuff on the hill, I get that, but I mean, the shit
Even
in the yard.
Inside the stuff, I mean, yeah. I
I
let the
mean-
rim sit there because the bin was full.
I'm talking just about the garbage along the fence and in the grass. I mean, There's probably garbage truckload of garbage just in the grass there.
I have to disagree with you, but.
I got photos. You can look at them. I'll Miranda pull them up if
I
you
can
want.
take a bunch of photos too, and it looks like a lot, but when you start picking it up, it's not that much.
But there was talks about potentially have someone helping with that specific and get that.
To get it
cleaned
caught up.
One time deal.
Yeah, one time deal.
Well, Blanche was talking about putting in hours, cause she asked me how many hours I thought it'd take. And I recommended 10 hours, a month to have somebody come in and pick it up. And she mentioned a little bit about it maybe being too much for the budget. I don't know where that is, so until I see my budget, I don't know what I can do with that.
Oh, we haven't even done budget yet, we're gonna work on them today, but without having her here, we just like, we might look over some of
You
it.
know, the other thing is, Lane mentioned a guy that on community service.
We already talked about that and said it didn't work, John. Then you gotta
You know,
babysit.
some of them, no, I don't. I tell them what to do, I have to, you know, they can't run equipment. So all they can do is walk around and do all this.
We kinda already shut that down last time we talked.
That guy I was talking about too, just paid the fine and didn't want to do the community service, that kind of thing.
And then it just came to the point that we're gonna be paying somebody else to do somebody else's job, which was brought back up.
Mhm. But you know, the thing of it is, like I was saying, we were picking up there. And, I came in at 8, started picking up. And, you know, 9:45, I had people lined up like 8, so I had to come back down off the hill, open up the site. I mean, I've got 5 acres there. You get up at the back end or up by the fence, takes you a while to get down and check that guy in and out. So. I mean, I will do better on stuff. I'm a collector. Everybody should know that.
Right, but yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. I mean, there's still bikes there and stuff, just
And there,
throw them away. They're at
well,
the dump for a reason.
I've shipped 10 last week. A lady came in and picked them up. She's taking them down to Conda for some place over there that fixes up bikes for low income. I've got a lady from Maxville that comes in, picks them up and takes them to Missoula for the same thing.
Maybe take them home to your place and they can come up there, so they ain't laying there forever. I'm just saying if that's what you want, how you wanna do it, but
You know,
we just don't need all that crap laying around there with stuff.
it's a feel good for the county. I mean,
So,
it's, you guys can say, hey, look here, we're doing this.
but we're getting more complaints about that crap laying there than we are saying, oh, thanks for giving us a bicycle. You don't know how many calls I get.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if there's another place to store them. That's off county, off county.
And it's not just a bicycle.
No,
Yeah,
like you said, there's
I mean,
couches and whatever else laying there.
It's cool to get back, but when it starts getting so, people's,
Mattresses. Are those just for the lid or what's the mattresses
I
all
put
laid?
the mattresses, I fill my containers, and then I put mattresses on top to control littering going down the highway. So every time I ship out one, I ship out. Oh, depending on size 6 to 10 of them on a load.
That's what I figured. I was gonna ask you about that. So I saw the mattresses laying there, but I was just wondering if you were putting those on top or whatever for keeping debris in.
So,
and you as commissioner worried about the safety issues and.
well, the
that
safety
sort of thing,
people are down.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
it wasn't the commissioners as bad as
Well-
the safety people brought it to our attention that, guys that come up there, the auditors,
But there's a reason for why you're talking.
Right, you gotta have a tidy work area. Or the slips, trips and falls of the general public. I mean, you gotta, general public are not bright. Or, you know, they're always, that's okay, I've always been the deal. So you gotta take care of them at your site. I mean, like if they trip over. Or they even run over a piece of that chunk of scrap iron right there next to the scale, I mean. Who's gonna buy the tire? They're not. Stuff like that, we gotta think about, and keep it tidy and safe.
Anything else?
Now you guys, can, decide if there's gonna be, what the discipline is. Be done in open meetings and to continue to waive right to privacy.
I mean, we gave you 2 weeks to get it somewhat cleaned up and it doesn't look like it's got cleaned up at all.
It's a lot better. I mean, that metal bin, I shipped out 4 different times full. The problem with it is, what do I do with it when it starts overflowing?
The metal bin? Well, when it's 3/4 full, you should probably get it on schedule for the
I
metal
call
guys
it
to
when it
come.
gets half full.
Huh?
I call when it gets half full, but when I was calling them until you guys made the call the other day, like I said, it was 3 weeks since I called. And they said, oh, we didn't get you on. When you guys called the next day, I had a truck in and it was a new driver. I don't know if he was taken. And what he told me is since he'd been on, or they hadn't been on. But he'd been on for about 2 weeks. I don't know if the new driver was taking people's names.
All right, well, let's get back to, if it's full, it's full. Tell people they can't bring scrap iron.
But then you run into the problem of they pull up on the site. And all the way out to my gate, there's nails and pieces of metal and all the way down to the street downtown.
Maybe we should
You
just
wanna
have
send
two,
it back out again?
maybe we should just have 2 bins there all the time, we're getting how much iron.
I thought we did talk about that at one point. Then you just
One gets
rotate
full,
one
pull
out.
it out, one gets full, pull it out, put the other one in.
I
If you
have to
talk-
pull this
have
one
you
out
talked-
anyway.
Have you talked to them about that?
I haven't talked to him about it. I thought that was something you guys were gonna talk to him about. But I can call and talk to him, see, right now, it looks like it's gonna hold. But what caught me is all these big ranches selling, and the guys coming in buying them. They're redoing fences and cleaning up their places, and instead of taking it to the facility, they'll come and dump it on me.
I just have 2 bins there all the time, it seems like they get full.
They do,
It's
but
not hurting to have them.
you know, like I said, I've shipped out 4 of them since
I'm not saying
the
that,
last one. I mean,
I'm not saying that, I know you shipped out quite a few, cause they've let us know, but, maybe we should just have 2 there all the time. What's it hurt to have, you know, if one sits there a little bit, at least you have
they're
it.
not
It's
charging
not
us for
piling
it,
up on the ground and stuff,
Yeah.
huh?
as long as they're staying within our contract where we don't pay for them.
Well, if we have to pay a little more just to have them there, it's better than just having them stacked up, right?
Safety hazard.
I guess you can see what it is, and then if there is a cost, you can bring it back to the commission to decide upon.
So like I say, right now, I think it's been,
But that could change today, you know that, we know that.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Just get 2, have one there, if we have to pay a little more to have one there, at least it's there and keeps everything clean, this is all we're talking about, is get stuff cleaned up. That's all I have,
I mean, I motioned to. Write you up, John, cause it's been almost a month and we gave you 2 weeks to get that cleaned up, and in my mind, it is not clean down there. I'll give you credit on the hill and stuff, but I was amazed at how much garbage is just inside the fence. Where if you got 5 minutes, you can go pick up garbage. 10 minutes and still get back to the scale. If the customer's gotta wait there for 2 minutes, they have to wait there for 2 minutes.
You'll be surprised
I mean,
how,
I think there's just some excuses there. I motion already up, we gotta do better. That's my thoughts.
And not speaking for her, she had some comments, so we might put it right back to the motion then, and then we can, we need Blanche's comment on this next week.
I agree. Do you wanna hold off on the motion you're saying, or?
I just, yeah, cause she had some comments,
Okay,
and I just, she needs to voice her opinion. That's open right now, and we can still sit on it, and just gotta wait and see what, we'll make the final Tuesday.
they talk about it next Tuesday, do you waive your right to privacy, or do you wanna close?
I think probably for now, I want to close it.
Okay, so you'd be closed.
Okay, alrighty, that's all I have, anything else?
Nope,
Yeah, call and see if they can get another bin there, and whatever it takes, at least we'll have one.
Yep.
We agree on that, so. Alrighty, we'll go back on then, cause. We'll go into the, that's it, Don. 2:15.
That's better. Done.
Alright, we'll go back on.
We're back on.
It's on. No.
The way this
Nice,
is.
oh yeah, that's right. We'll go into the collective bargaining agreements with road crew and solid waste. As of right now, it sounds like, one solid waste person wants to hold off on agreeing with, what we.
No, I didn't, but, with Blake Branch, I did, review the two agreements, and I think it got everything in that was needed, except for the central pension issue was, the offer was 50 cents per hour per employee total for each of them, and it was $1 in the road crews proposed agreement, and it was 88 cents for solid waste. So that, when we were negotiating, we didn't say an additional amount, we said that would be the total. I made sure that language, and it was, so, I emailed Megan and haven't heard back on that issue, so I think.
It was up to it.
Yeah. I talked to, Sarah about that, cause we've been paying, the county's been paying, I think 38 cents per employee per hour.
We go to 50 cents,
Yeah,
not another.
not an additional 50 cents. But, I hadn't read this letter from Todd Foster.
But the road, yeah, we get that finalized with the road crew. She's not on, she might have been on, there's been people clicking on now. No, I want a second, I just one.
No, that's right away.
So his only issue is with the job description or whatever, not with the contract, but I think you gotta get that's the pension issue resolved. So I have an email into Megan. I encourage you to table the agreement till we get that
Okay.
issue worked out.
We'll go ahead and table the bargaining agreements with road crew and solid waste. Any public comment? We'll go ahead and get into the county resolution. 2025-9, and Linda's here adopting amended Grant County floodplain regulations, second reading and adoption.
Hallelujah. I was speaking for Linda.
Linda's comments.
On this, we've gone over it quite a bit, it's been on for a while, just entertain a motion to accept it, right, Linda?
Right.
I'll motion to accept the county resolution 2025-9. Floodplain regulations.
Whoops. I second it. Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried, Pat. Linda?
That's
You.
And it'll stop all of those letters you guys keep writing.
Yeah, the nasty ground was over there. Blue, just so I know it's an original. Yeah, mine was done now. The 22nd?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Scan it in and give me the original.
All right, thanks, Linda. Thanks for throwing down there.
Thanks, Linda.
All right, we'll go into the Granite County Communications Operations Plan. And I have it laying here in front of me. I think Jackie was up here, but right, we got behind on stuff.
Want me to go see if she's out there?
Yeah, if you would, go please.
Jackie's still around.
Do you ever shop around for tires, for truck tires?
I think that's why they started, going through JC.
Oh, well, yeah, this last one's through Tire-Rama.
Oh, a lot of times, cause usually they give us a government break, they're way cheaper than anybody.
Oh, do they?
So, yeah, Tire Round is
Okay.
usually probably one of the best ones we get. And I
Are they?
know that they've been buying stuff through Majestic JC, so.
Yeah, just, doesn't hurt to always just kind of keep them on their toes, check around every now and then,
Rick White buys us tires too,
does he?
get them through, I think he gets them through license. They're pretty good.
She was busy working down there, so I had to break her way.
Sorry, that hurts.
You know, hang better.
Sick too?
Yes, it's awful.
Everyone's getting sick again.
He's always doing that.
Nice lady.
We were just meeting. Yeah, it's a meeting. Yeah, that was really great.
She's
That's
glad
Peter.
that.
Yeah. You know, I did.
She can explain some of that other stuff for us.
Yeah.
We're in the Granite County Standard Operating Guidelines for Communication Operations. Good job.
So the major things, this is Jackie Bolster for the record. The major things on this was, Joe Bravender and Scott Dunkerson went through the frequencies that had not been updated for years. And so those are in a light blue of what they had done, and that's basically what needed to be done, and I wanted to get it out to everybody prior to fire season really hitting hard.
Cause there were some new ones put on, right?
Yes,
Because there were so many were getting kind of crossed over.
yeah,
Didn't the county buy one or just? Didn't they get their own channel or something? Cause we were cutting in on.
well, so, yeah, and then like the Scout Level one, that's new that we share with our Valley.
Yeah.
So Sheriff Cal and Val have looked through this, and then, Fire Warden Sean O'Connor read through it too.
Okay.
And, so,
I'd entertain a motion to accept it.
I motion to accept the Granite County Communications Operating Plan.
I second it. Any public comment on this? Thanks for all the hard work on it, I mean, Scott, Val, and everybody who stepped up,
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
it was, yeah, it had been like 10 years or something since anybody had, but 2013 was the last time it was.
The last time I ever heard about it, I didn't know it was still going on.
Yeah.
All in favor?
I,
Aye, motion been carried and passed, and we'll just have to get the mayors and.
Yeah.
Sheriff and all.
I'll get that. Oh, did you sign it?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Okay, we'll go ahead and go into the Medicare revalidation for county public health. Wanna,
so that, I did that 5 years ago, and so it's time for it to be revalidated, and you have to fill out all this paperwork on that 855R, and it all has to be submitted. I have one question that I need to call them about is, you have to remove, like, Commissioner, Slaughter and Hinkle and Vicky, Harding. And I don't know if Commissioner Adler signs that they're being removed as he is the chair. I need to call them, and if I find that out, would you be able to stop at the office and just sign those? And I didn't know Blanche was gone. So,
oh, she's hung up in an airport.
okay,
So when you.
will she be coming?
should be home.
Her flight is at
Sometime.
4:05
You could-
today.
You could, we call her and ask if you just sign on her behalf, that's, if you need
Okay.
it.
Cause I'd like to try and get this, you have to
Yeah.
certify it and send it in.
Call her right now, even if you
Possible.
want, and. That work?
Yeah, it's due on the 30th of August,
Yeah,
so faster we move ahead.
she needs permission for you to sign it.
Yeah, so there's little tags you have to, you know what though? Let me take this back, Scott,
Sure.
just a second. I don't think we need Blanche's signature. She does not need to sign.
Just as the chair,
Yeah, and then I put you as a second representative, and then Sarah and Ashley because they deal with the money
Sign.
portions of it.
Who's
I think Blanche is not on there.
Who's this?
That's,
TA,
it's Ashley Todd,
oh,
so.
oh.
So, you are right, okay, Scott, yeah, she's not on here as she does not have to sign. That just you, Ashley and Sarah. And then when I find out about getting,
That's it, just two or
no,
just?
no, so yeah. Let's do this.
Any other next up?
They did vote on that, the revalidation.
So this is Blanche, but she does not need to
Yeah,
sign.
because they have talked about this already.
We do this. So I don't get screwed up.
That's Bill's.
That's bills, and these are ones we have to find out about. Sorry, I was so efficient. Okay, so you, Scott, you are here, and Paul, you are there in today's group.
What is it?
It is the 22nd.
Second.
And then I'll make copies of this and we'll begin that book, so the next person who has to,
And this here too, right, Jackie?
SA, yep.
yes. Oh, let me find out about that. That's okay. That's taking her out. And then this is Sarah and Ashley.
Okay.
Okay,
So I'd entertain a motion on the Medicare revalidation for county public health.
I motion to accept the Medicare validation for county public health.
I second it. Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
That motion been carried and passed.
thank you.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, Blaine's got his letter here.
Signed already?
Yeah, you signed it.
Yeah, all right. Who am I talking with?
You are.
Okay, well, we're still, the public health nurse job description, I put it on just because we was gonna go through it and look at it, but we'll probably table it for next week when Blanche is here, so we're all on the same page. That sound good?
No, good.
Was your proposed change or you just wanted
I
to look
just
at it? just
look,
wanted to
I
review?
think we need to start looking at these more.
Yeah.
I'm not just picking on the public health, but I think it's kind of opening doors and that when we're starting to, actually, we looked at Jackie's and there's other people's stuff and we're getting it from another employee now to look at, it's just, it's time to start really
Yeah.
paying more attention.
I think you're right. I mean, jobs kind of, are flexible over time and, you need to have.
There's so much
accurate.
stuff changing and that, I think everybody just needs to be on the same page and then they can sign their description and then everybody's a, you know, they approve it and we approve it.
Yeah.
It's not like we're
Good
picking
communication.
people out. I just think it's time.
Well, and there could be other duties they've
Yeah.
taken on that are not even listed.
Right. It's all
Yeah.
for everybody, it's not just for us. But- So we'll table that for next week, Miranda. And then, we'll jump right into fire restrictions. I've had a couple people call and I've seen some burning going on. I went and looked at one's a big rock pit. They just made. And then another one was not, it didn't have nothing, they were burning twine and stuff on the ground. At this point in time. I mean, they're darn near pushed. People are abusing it already. And it's darn near ready to push it up to 2 where something's gonna be done. I don't mean to be rude now, but it's only gonna take one little spark and that over it's gone.
What's,
Yeah.
is there any word, any other, did Powell or any of them go to stage 2 yet?
No, I just got done with the Beaverhead, National Forest and everybody is, so Powell, Madison. Us, got my paper.
Deer Lodge, they have one.
No, Deer Lodge County is not.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a bunch of them are like on the fence about probably be moving into it next week. I don't know, yeah, there was a fire in a residential area close to my house on Saturday night. The flames were everywhere at all the sheriff's office and I think they went and visited with them, but they were like burning pallets.
Well, the worst thing, there's so much wind lately, it's not gonna take but
I did talk to sheriff about, yeah, what can and can't be done and hopefully they're gonna talk to deputies.
Well,
So,
I gave the sheriff's office some of these cards too, and they put it on their Facebook page. But that was one of the discussions with, Doug Dodge from Jefferson County. He's like, so where do you, like, having the fire pit, not fire pit, and that's when Blaine and I discussed yesterday about it being a metal ring, a cement ring. You can't just have dirt and rocks laying around it, cause that's not gonna make any
It's
difference.
gotta be a fair area too, you can't be
Yeah.
in fire ring and.
that's the whole thing about even in the Forest Service, some of their pits and that. People leave and then it smolders underneath and rocks and that's gone.
Yeah. And that was on the call this morning. Most of them are human cause. And like 6 of them in Beaverhead County were calls that they got in of people that left the forest and had fires and never even put them out. They were just still sitting there, so. And yet I'm still seeing people that are burning garbage around the county. So I don't know, how do you get the word out or how do you?
Talking to sheriff and I will too. I have boxes in my fire pit, but I'm not gonna burn them.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
There's some paper,
Yeah.
I don't know. All
I
right,
do have some, banners that I had gotten from, Missoula DNRC that are downstairs that say like, we are now in stage 1, and then there's also some that say stage 2. I don't know, where would you place them in our county to get the best?
How big are the banners?
Oh, they're pretty good size.
Is there a way we can put them on the inner in the town?
you can put it right there by like on the corner by Fix there, coming into town in Drummond, and then
Yeah.
You gotta get asking for permission.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You would do it.
maybe at the key coming out. Down by the store there, maybe like out on V towards fence maybe.
yeah, I mean,
Yes,
that's just it. I mean, where,
Well, I mean, and that covers us too, that this is,
Has the Forest Service fly one maybe.
Has the sheriff's office put on their Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, something.
And it's on the mtwildfire.org. So, but that's, in this particular case, it was young adults. And they ain't gonna pay any attention, I mean, but, you know, they're just,
Being young adults.
you know.
Yeah.
They like that in Missoula. And it's helpful, actually, if you drive right by, you see where the fire danger is.
Right, and we don't have one of those signs like at the.
Forest Service.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one up
but
there.
not on the Drummond side,
Yeah, not on the side, no.
so,
be nice to have one, maybe if, like Vickers, let a guy put one there, so people coming in to get stuff and going camp, they can actually, I wonder if the Forest Service have any extra ones that they could actually put up.
even if we had one on the west side of coming into Drummond.
Yeah,
And I bet if I wonder if I spoke with Bicklers, if we could even put it on their board
Yeah,
at the gas station, like it would rotate.
maybe if we want to follow through with that, we'll still stay at one, I was just,
Yeah,
you good with the one?
Yeah, I kinda looked at the weather, it's supposed to be kind of in the mid-80s and. It's not showing any high winds, but you know, that changes day to day, but I'm good at probably staying with at stage one until. Next week, look at stage two.
I agree, I mean, we don't need to make a motion, we're having a discussion, we can decision if we have to, we'll just stay as is. And then next week, if we have to, we can make a new motion and move ahead.
well, you know, that's what Matt Nelson, when he gave the weather report, it's like, you know, pretty low this week and, you know, but next week is supposed to be in the nineties, so.
Alright,
And it does, we have no fuel or moisture in that fuel.
what's the Forest Service at right now, is it high or extreme?
I think it's just at high.
It was high last week.
Let's see the,
High?
Hi, in Missoula.
is it, because
Yeah.
the Missoula calls at 10:30, so
Oh,
I won't be making that.
I think we just, yeah, let's stay at one this week and then get the word out a little better and. You know, I don't wanna run around and give tickets and that. But, I mean, the people gotta realize this is really serious fishing, you know,
Well,
they're
and,
liable if they get somebody's house and burn it down.
and people, you know, say, well, feel like they're jumping the gun. Well, no, it's called prevention, not afterwards, you know. That's what you guys are trying to do, is prevent something to get further. And the resources for, down at Beaverhead are getting limited because, you know, they're getting stretched out, so they're trying to keep stuff in our area, but.
alright,
Well, usually here, I'm saying people are being safe, doing well, but last summer, there was a lot of man-made fires around, so.
you know what else you
Yeah.
might, does the sheriff's department have a message board?
No,
Where if we,
Yeah.
why don't we get hold of MDOT and see if we could borrow. A message board and put it like on Highway 1, 2 and
Yeah.
all.
Yeah,
Well, you know, there's that place right there, Skinner's on that little piece of ground, they have their bull sale sign there, maybe a guy could put a sign there and just not year round, or if they wouldn't care.
Right.
Just
That might be-
something, there's enough people along there that, when we have the fire hall coming in there, we could ask them, just put it up in the fire hall. Right out by the road, the hall fire station, that'd be the best
on
place,
the fence.
yeah. Then that way I could leave the post for Skinner's, you know, with the cows and that. And
Well, I don't think Sean would have a problem with it.
That might be something to look into for next year too. I don't know what those little solar message boards cost or whatever, like the state has for whatever, but we have to get some of those for,
yeah,
you know, we can put out, get the word out easier next year, you know? Cause then we can just constantly change it, like, oh, we're at stage 1 or stage 2 or,
Well, I know the
Whatever,
Drummond
yeah.
ambulance is looking to get one of those boards put up above their shed,
okay.
and they're doing a little fundraising right now.
yeah, that's a good
That
idea.
far.
I guess person just kind of look around, see what we think, and then we'll just make it a decision where to see where we can set and just get it out, prevent before it's too late.
Yeah. I have a meeting in Drummond at 12 with the state, so, Otherwise, I guess I'd come back down tomorrow and put some of those signs up or something
Where are they at?
downstairs in the office.
You want me to bring them down, or you wanna talk to the people first, or what?
I'll take them. I'll figure out where, do you think that, like, where the fireworks sign is, that they?
Yeah,
put them there?
Right, but right there, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure the city will, let- or
Is it city or?
Yeah,
Chad?
that'll be-
It's Chad, yeah, Chad P. Dick, I think, is right there.
the, yeah.
Sounds good, I guess just make it kinda think what you wanna do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need some help, always.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we're staying at stage one for fire restrictions. We'll move into the county claims. Just need mainly the these.
I'm gonna go email out the request and.
Are we done? Alright, thank you.
Thanks, Jackie.
We're on the restroom.
Thank you.
Yeah. Boss?
How much, how are you?
Good.
Just doing claims.
Oh, a question about the front. The no parking area, front area, is there a reason for
Because that's the way a lot of the handicapped people used to get in there, and they kept it open just so people would actually get to it.
that? Okay,
There's some people like pulling right up because they're elderly, and it's easier for them to come in and park way down there.
oh, okay.
It was just, I guess we just put it as a courtesy. And then
Okay.
a lot of like, textile on that, then they can whip in and park there and get unload their crap to come in, and
Nice.
that was the whole deal for that.
Okay, I'm gonna change it to red then. So it's more of a no parking than a suggested.
Yeah, whatever you think there, and then, I was gonna ask you this morning, I was looking, you know, where the water's coming off the roof out here, and it just hits that. I was didn't know, right here, you see where it's coming out of?
Oh, yeah, it's a sidewalk.
That hits off of that, shelf there, or, window seal thing there.
Mhm.
I didn't know if we could put a piece of, something there, like a piece of that, I don't know if we have any of that top is left over, the one that comes off there hits. And instead of going right on the sidewalk, or, I don't know, it's, we've had,
Well, me and Ryan were up on the roof last week and there's a missing, the trees on the roof are missing collars that need to be put on there to stop the water from going out the drain at all.
no,
Yeah,
because it hasn't been for everyone, but
Yeah.
now we're getting.
They're big,
3 out of the 4 are missing those collars.
so.
Okay, who
So
has the colors?
I don't know, there's not there. I just walked up there and I was like, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. And I was
Can
like,
he,
yeah,
can he order some, or can you,
yeah,
or can you work with him? and
we'll figure it
we'll
out.
Approve it.
But that
This
way
one is-
water wouldn't even come out of that spout
Two.
unless we got 4 or 5 inches of rain all at once.
This other one is
Got
one. But there's a QR code on there.
Oh, yeah, so it takes you.
Yeah, sounds good, whatever, just holler if we ever have to call me or whatever.
Those are nice.
Get stuff on something during the week, we need it.
No,
What do you say?
I just usually wait till Tuesday when I'm.
Good job.
Here, Scott, here's those signs. So this is stage 1, stage 2. I'm sure that that's.
Yeah, I could put them up.
Well,
They're,
we had more of them. I don't know what happened to them. Maybe I have them in Drummond. Maybe I
they're
left.
awesome, put it up and make that. Screw them to one stand there where everybody puts up their political signs for now, and then take them down when the. like say.
Those other ones must be in Drummond. Cause she gave me two.
Yeah,
Yeah, if we could get some, yeah, them were pretty nice,
they're nice.
really nice. I mean, I'm not getting a lot of complaints about, oh, I can't believe you're going to stage, or you're at stage one. You know what?
Eve Park was burning garbage the other day. And
That's why I'm bringing it up, there's other people burning, and a guy down by Fairmount burning on the open ground. It's just, it's gonna happen, then.
That was stage 2 then?
well, stage one and stage two.
Oh.
And I must have the other ones in Drummond somewhere. In a closet.
Yeah, probably.
Somewhere.
Very good.
Hi. Hi. How are you? Good. How are you? So I'll figure out where we can put these. Somewhere.
Forest Service might be a good spot too. I don't know, since you got the fire, I trained.
I think it's broken.
Entertain motion, accept the claim.
I motion to accept the claims.
Exactly.
Yeah, put a date on them.
Set just
Close claim.
Nice second, public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
I vote to carry the pass.
Kinda caught up here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right on time.
Right on time.
Middle Fork. Middle Fork Ranch subdivision. What's your comment here, Linda?
Okay, Linda Block planner, so this one is ready for final plat. The only thing that they needed was a weed plan, which I have, they got their weed plan signed by Ben and submitted in. They met all their conditions, so this one's ready for final plat approval. Usually the plat is ready to be signed right now, and we have to do it at the same time. But Hans has been busy and hasn't gotten it, so.
Okay.
You can still approve final plat today, and then when Sarah gets the plat ready to file, she'll just bring it in and have you guys sign at that time. You won't have to do anything more.
You just gotta approve it, there's nothing to sign on this. one.
Nope, there's nothing to sign.
Okay,
Just have to approve final plat.
I make the motion, Paul.
I motion to approve the final plat of Middle Fork Ranch.
I second it. Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
You're good, right?
Oh, yeah, this one.
Oh, yeah.
Nice easy one.
I forgot
I
that.
figured she would let us know.
Yeah.
I've done that before, huh?
Yeah. Well, I gotta,
Motion been carried and passed. Thanks, Linda, for,
All right.
appreciate everything.
thank you.
Oh, yeah, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we go off for a personnel matter, please. All right, well, we're back on, we went off for a personnel matter, so we're back on now. Right on time, it's study commission meeting support with new members, discussion and decision. Blaine's coming down, so we'll give him a minute or two, if that's okay. Got any comments?
Not yet. You shoot Blaine a text if you want.
Yeah, let's see who's. And I missed a call from Charlie Park, but he's begging for water. I should say, well, pretty much, but, yeah, I got a couple people.
Well, it's like last week too. I mean, as soon as I got home from the meeting, I already had a call from an individual down there. why are we hungry every more? Well, we're just putting it out to you guys, to see if you guys are using water right now, we can, if we can cut it back now, we can make a deal later to get more. Cause
Well, that's
kind of
like-
what we weren't trying to starve or something.
The whole thing is that we just gotta have support from them.
Wow.
This place can fill up in here big time next week, but I think we should have it on the agenda as a public meeting for this water. Blaine think we should wait for a bit, see what they say, but I think they really need.
Fish can fish, sure, well. I think.
Can't sign it.
Yeah, like.
My name is Eric Anderson.
Huh?
Eric Anderson, just here to the airport board.
Oh, okay. I think, yeah, I think it probably needs to be like 45 minutes for next week too. 'Cause
Yeah, I think
Could go a while.
there's gonna be quite a few.
Or an hour.
Yeah, I just. Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
We're waiting on Blaine.
There he comes.
I think.
You can sit in this big chair if you want.
Oh. No, thanks.
Right in front of the camera.
All right, well, we'll go ahead on this study commission meeting support with new members, You wanna, we're just, gonna some new members or what?
Yeah, I think they could, decide upon a chair to move forward and start holding meetings.
You wanna come up and state your name and?
Yeah, so I'm Brian Sen. Nice to meet you.
Scott.
Brian. Yep, and I'm the newest member of the study commission board. Yes,
You guys put up here and sit down, me too.
Yeah.
You guys are down, Luke?
Yeah.
So who's all on the board then now? I just wanna make sure that the public knows.
So Lena Gagliano, Luke? Yep.
And are you guys making an appointment of chairperson today, or are you doing that at your meeting?
I have not made a decision in that matter. I'll let Elena or Brian speak if they would like.
I think they should do it today, so then the chair can organize the meetings.
Yeah,
You don't have
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
You don't
yeah,
have-
Elena sent an email and, her and I are in agreement that Luke should be the chairperson.
So I encourage you to do that by motion now and then.
I motion
yeah.
that Luke becomes the chairperson. Elena seconded the meeting now.
One of us can't we?
No, that's to be the study commission.
Can Luke second it himself?
I see Elena on.
Yeah, he keeps saying himself.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would do that. I'd wait for Elena if she'd like to speak, otherwise I would make a different motion.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll do that Thursday then.
No, well, we kind of recommend you do it today, so then you get there, you have the chairman, you can run your meetings.
Yeah, the chair can get the notices out and so forth.
Do you have an email from Elena that she wanted? I'm not trying to put you in
Yes.
the spot, I mean, it's up to you guys, but, yeah. Trying to get this going, otherwise then we gotta wait longer. Right?
Well, I think that's the best way to do it.
Are you on, Elena? Oh, you have to come on video. We're trying to figure this study commission out. Can you get on video?
Okay, yeah, this is her email. From July 22nd, right? Yeah. Says, Elaine says, I motion or second the motion that study commissioner Luke Ulatowski be appointed temporary acting presiding officer. Does that work?
Yeah, so I would think the motion should be amended to say temporary acting.
Well, that's what it says.
Yeah, but is that what your motion was? Say temporary?
I
can't
think we
remember
just
that.
said he wanted-
Oh, I just.
Yeah,
I said chair.
okay, yeah, if you'd amend it to say temporary.
Okay, I officially amend that to temporary. Right. There it was.
And not allow you guys to, yeah, go forward with it.
So you're gonna be chairperson?
Sure.
Go on.
Congratulations, yeah. Temporary acting
Where's the
chairperson.
smile? There we go.
Temporary acting chairperson for the study commission, so we thank you. Now you can move on, have your meeting and start going.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome to use the courtroom, right?
Yeah,
Not in here.
it's better up there, it's just more room.
You could potentially hire someone to be, to take minutes if that's needed, discuss that, have a budget. There's,
And so, Blanche will still be the, ex officio then?
You good with that?
Yeah, that's fine. We do have to officially set the meeting date, right?
What's that?
We have to officially set our first meeting date right now.
that'd be good, yeah.
That'd be nice, cause then they can, it'll be on record and start getting it out so people actually know. And then if they wanna come or whatever.
Okay, can I make a motion for that? I motion that the Granite County Study Commission has its first meeting with the three appointed members at the courtroom on Thursday, July 24th at 6 p.m.
I second the motion.
Sounds good. Oh, yeah, they check cases.
Um. Generally, I would say, having notices out 72 hours in advance is a good idea. That'd be only 48.
I don't think, but I guess make sure and check with Carol. And if they don't have nothing going on, that might be over, I'm gonna fix up your meeting or. We'll try to figure out to keep going. We just got some.
The reason why I say 72 hours is there was a case here with the school and the Judge Meisner ruled that 48 hours wasn't sufficient, though there was an attorney general opinion that said it was, but we disagreed.
Well, didn't Elaine already agree on for Thursday that she was good for that?
She did say she was good for that time, yeah.
So if we're all agreed, I mean, there's no issue.
Sounds good, we'll just move it ahead.
All right,
There
yeah.
you go, and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you didn't, they didn't vote on their, motion.
All in favor?
All in favor of,
So, yeah, Luke would do it, yeah, Luke, you can call for the vote.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
All right,
Good, thanks. Have fun.
sounds good.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to Riddick Field Airport Board application.
Here you are. Maybe I should sit over there. I was sitting there because someone else was sitting. That's the option. Yeah, I'm not ready for that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sorry for the record, Donald Jones, Granite County Airport Manager and Chairperson. I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. Are we supposed to review these applicants? Is that something you guys do without us or?
Well, the applicants for the airport board,
Yeah, for everyone to see.
I would say, yeah, reviewing those and making recommendations to the commission.
Yep, we did that.
Okay,
That was in our last minutes.
all right.
We're endorsing Andrew for the position and, Jennifer was another one that applied. She has a lot of experience doing with the grants and all that. One of our members is actually leaving. He's going back up to Polson, so he's just willing to step down and open up that seat for her. So that'll be probably next month. We'll have that discussion.
Oh, okay.
Good.
For a second seat, but Andrew needs appointed today.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, no, I mean, whenever you guys are ready, but we have a vacancy. That's,
Yeah.
that's our endorsement for that seat. So,
Yeah, it's on for decision.
Yeah.
Decision, yeah, under your recommendation, I move ahead and accept you on the board.
Okay. Yeah, I do it by motion.
Yeah. Why, tell me for that.
Yeah, Okay,
We should go right without Blanche looking at this.
you can move, yeah, you can move forward if you'd like.
A motion to accept, their board recommendation for Andrew Cadwell.
I second it. Any public comment? Being none, all in favor? Aye. Motion to carry and pass.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, so 2 months or so ago, I was in here and I got approval for Northwestern Energy and the Beacon Grant
Mhm.
for our underground conversion. We failed with the NRC to get that overhead converted to underground. They wanted to do a whole new study. It was gonna take 8 to 12 months to get that work done, so we proposed with Northwestern that we just put the pole right as soon as it crosses the fence on the airport property and go underground from there. So we got a new quote from them that's $1,500 cheaper. That's what you're looking at now. The original one was gonna be 11,000 or something, and now it's 9,000, so. Saved a little bit of money there.
The old government bureaucracy, you know?
Yeah. So it's just taking the overhead line and moving the easement underground, and it was too much.
So I entertain motion to go ahead with the customer agreement.
I'll motion to accept the Northwestern Energy customer agreement for Riddick Field.
I second it. Public comment? Being none, all in favor? Aye. Motion to carry and pass. We'll sign it.
I'll get a copy real quick. And I know it's not on the agenda, but we did get the runway repair done yesterday. I sent that.
I was just gonna ask you.
Yeah, and I sent a daily report over to them, and you guys printed out, there's a bunch of pictures in there showing what we did.
Before you leave, would you go down and see the weekday? I just got done talking to him. He wants there was somebody asked about coming up and spraying, so he could hook up with you and go out there, spray there. He's down there now, and so if you catch him, he said he'd do it, so.
He's down at the airport,
No, he's
Oh, he's
down there.
downstairs.
Yeah, if
Extension office, connection, yeah.
I'll run down there.
Yeah.
I'll get a copy of this and bring it back to you.
I just catch him and then that way they'll go out and spray it. You might want to meet with them. I don't know.
And they did such a great job last year without me that
Okay.
I think it's better if I'm not there.
Sounds good.
Well, thank you all.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Back up a little bit. You get that email out to the fish.
Yes. Where was that? Well, to everyone. I'll see. Ask them to get back to us right away.
Well, that'd be another thing we do with that too, is CC all the water users email too, so that they see what we
Yeah.
have to go through.
I did have the Jason Beacher on there, Jim Walton, Donald's,
Munis.
they're using Mr. Berlanix.
Charlie Parks calling, yeah, we already passed it, but he's
Yeah.
begging for water. I mean, everybody is. Scary.
See what they say, but.
Yeah.
What you guys up for?
We're up for the Berkeley licensing on Flint Creek Dam.
You want it?
Is that what you're saying?
We'll go ahead to the HDR scope of work and hourly breakdown for the Flint Creek Dam under comprehensive assessment.
One up, one.
There's a four.
Okay, all right.
If you'd state your name for the.
Sure, I'm Jess Rudd with HDR.
What's HDR stand for?
Henningsen, Durham, and Richardson.
All right, okay. Just one.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You probably worked, all right, go ahead.
So I thought I'd start with a little bit on kind of the general overview of what the scope has in it, so, and not getting in, there's a lot of details in there, so we don't have to go through those specifically unless you have questions, but kind of how this
process works is it starts with an inspection plan that gets submitted to FERC. So that will include all the team members who have been proposed, their qualifications, and the details of the inspection, and FERC reviews that, provides comments, and then once they've agreed, we move into preparing kind of a pre-inspection report, so that, once we get to the inspection, we're prepared. So there's a field inspection portion. We're thinking that would happen likely in May to be able to meet the September 1st deadline of next year. And then we would do an on-site field inspection with, not the entire team, but a limited number of the team who would need to see it. Right after that, we would go into this risk analysis, that's a requirement. So that starts with a brainstorming session of different failure modes. And then we assess the risk for that. We've split that up into, that same week that we did the field inspection being in person. And then the second part of that would be virtual. And from there, we finish the report and submit that. Do you have any initial questions related to?
If FERC comes back with, sorry, Glenn Branch on
No.
County Attorney. If FERC comes back with a whole bunch of, things they want done, then we'd have to enter into basically an additional or amended agreement, or what?
I think it depends on what they're asking for.
Okay.
We have if it's team members, you know, and getting, somebody else to do something, we have a large pool of people to pull from that have a lot of experience doing this work. If it's additional team members, then we would have to discuss that. It's not within the scope now. So what we've done is tried to make this as efficient as possible. These assessments can range in cost from kind of what you're seeing here is kind of the lower end of what these cost, up to over, you know, $500,000-$600,000 for larger projects. So these can get pretty expensive, but what we've tried to do is limit, you know, different things. So for instance, my role in the project will be the project manager, co-facilitator, the geologist, the geotech executive hazards. A lot of, you know, in some other projects, those might be broken into individual people. So we've tried to get people who can fill different and multiple roles on a team, so you don't have as many people doing that. And then we do have 4 of our team members coming from here in Montana. So the local resources. Wow.
They out of Billings, or where are they out of?
We have 2 in Kalispell, I'm in Helena, and then 1 in Billings.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have 1 person coming in from out of state to fill the independent consultant role specifically.
Have you dealt with Jeremiah Hayes quite a bit from Great West?
We've talked,
Yeah,
I think
okay.
he said he was going to be
Yeah.
online.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
so-
we might need to wait, cause this is,
Yeah, we're a few minutes early. Just right now.
The city of no Ridgely. You can tell him I said that.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be getting on now. Did we wake you up?
Maybe soon as he's, I think maybe passed it along already.
Yeah,
yeah, he did a
Yeah,
while ago,
I
a month ago or whatever.
wondered if you'd worked with him quite a bit before, but, yeah.
Not really long. We're in the same circle, same Montana Association of Dams, you know, levies.
So,
And like, a lot of those, we haven't, he hasn't been a client, we haven't been a teaming partner, I think, once or twice.
okay,
So it's not like we're looking at a hit or anything.
that, probably helps with clerk too, they want totally independent.
Yeah.
right?
And that's why some of these roles, yeah, we have to show, you haven't worked on this previously, and get the completely independent perspective.
Did HDR do 2 of these, I mean, do one in 5 years and do one in 10 years, or they don't work not like that?
I think you can do it up to two times.
Okay,
And then after that, the team, I think HDR could probably do it again with a different team, but they do like to see that change after 2 cycles.
okay.
Yeah, they have that written into their policies on what the
Yeah.
requirements are for that.
On the back page here, that task 5, the PFMA and
Yeah,
LTRA workshop,
yeah.
what does that all consist of then?
So that happens, the PFMA stands for potential failure mode analysis, and that's the first part of the risk assessment. And so what that is, the day after the field visit, we would meet in person. And the idea is you brainstorm all the different ways the dam could fail. And, try to think outside the box. We can't use the list that's been done before. We have to start from scratch. We can refer back to it at the end to make sure we haven't missed anything, but we do have to start kind of independently. They don't want to see that repeated completely. And then after you've brainstormed all those different things, there's a screening process to decide what is most likely and what is, not really a concern. And whatever gets carried forward is kind of that most likely, what most concerning, we estimate risk values on. So what's the probability that that could happen any given year, and what would the consequences be for that to happen, both from a damaged state perspective and the life loss perspective.
I see.
And that's kind of how, recommendations and future, needs kind of are based on this risk-based approach.
Okay.
So it's kind of trying to hit the things that are the biggest risk and that you can reduce that for the dam.
Okay.
Likely that there's gonna be a workshop required.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we thought we could do the first part in person. Probably take a week off of a break and then come back virtually and finish kind of that. The virtual piece will kind of allow for us to not have costs of coming back and being absent.
And then the additional services is like if there's any extra stuff kind of pops up.
There's two things in there. One is, independent consultant support for 12 months after the submittal. So we put $5,000 in there as a placeholder, as questions or things come up, we can talk through what the scope of that would be or how much that might be and how much support you would want from us and our team to do that, to just respond to questions you have or questions that Bert might have. And then the second part is a contingency for the workshop. So sometimes FERC will require us to continue on. So if we're done in the time that we have in kind of that first part, we don't use that contingency.
Okay.
That just, we see a lot that FERC will require us to move forward and maybe add an extra day or something. So we build that into that, just so you're not surprised.
That's smart. There will be some.
Oh, yeah, there always is.
Cause I know Jackie's worked on some of these safety plans and stuff that we had to have out. Have you chatted with her? Do you know her? Jackie Bolster, she's a vet and
DES.
DES.
DES of the county.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want her phone number?
She's done quite a bit of it, there's a lot of, especially the safety stuff and that, and like the siren, and then on the walkthrough, she's always there with us too.
That would be great.
And then she's got a lot of the info on a lot of this stuff.
406-370-56.
Cause I was just reading where they said, who should be involved, and who walked in or whatever.
Yeah, so it'd be great to have the people who know the dam and who have developed some of that information.
And we have a dam tender, his name's Jared too, that does the readings and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's always sending in reports and stuff too.
Yeah, that was great.
For that piezometer and stuff like that. How much oxygen we have.
A lot of times, you know, in the kind of the brainstorming session or even the risk part, a lot of questions about how would you handle this or what is in place. So those people are great to have and those and participating to be able to answer those questions. Or, you know, say what they might do or what they've done in the past.
We just try to get everybody on the same page and not have to do it twice and just.
Yeah, I agree.
Would Paul Talon kind of need to be part of that too, or is
Well, we
Hydro
usually
just
email
totally
them.
separate?
They pretty much separate on their own, but I think, you know, a person should start involving them a little bit more so they realize how much stuff that we're actually doing. You know,
Yeah, the turbines and the hydroelectric, electric hydro. He works.
Jeremiah's on.
oh, we did wake him up. You have to be on video, Sleepy. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
How are you?
You gotta be on video, you can, that way we can see you wiping the sleep out of your eyes.
Oh. I've been grinding away all morning, dreading this call.
You just carry that sign around with you, what the hell?
Is it backwards?
Huh?
What was that?
Well, we just thought you'd probably carry that sign around, you're sitting in Hawaii, you just carry that little background sign with you or what?
I do, yeah.
I haven't seen you for a while.
No, I've been scared to go over there, actually.
So, big you want it. You got any questions here or what's going on?
Are you guys ready to review the HDR's proposal?
Yeah, Blanche isn't here today.
Okay.
But we can review it or, you know, I mean, and then if we have to, we could table it for next week or whatever, so she's here in case she has questions, because this is a big deal.
Mhm.
I feel comfortable with all of us involved in this and, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, then, yeah. First commissioner will be here.
What do you think?
Okay.
Jeremy?
Well, I mean, we went through, you know, as you're aware, FERC's requiring a conditional assessment to be completed on Flint Creek Reservoir, or the dam, and it's got to be completed and submitted by December 31st, 2026. And there's a lot that goes into these conditional assessments. The counties had to do a couple of the Part 12D assessments in the past, which are pretty intensive, and these are, I guess, what they refer to those on steroids. I mean, you're basically evaluating everything and kind of starting over again. So there's a lot that goes into it. The county went out to request for proposals, and received the proposal from HDR. And so we engaged them in developing a scope and ultimately fee for doing that work. So that Jess had sent that over to me. I reviewed everything initially before it went over to the county. I knew Scott was going to blow a head gasket when he saw the price, so I asked. We tried to work together to. I almost blew a head gasket too. To try and see where they could save anything possible and still accomplish FERC requirements. I mean, at the end of the day, we have to meet their requirements. So, you know, they came back with this revised scope and fee. I've been through it. I mean, I don't have any questions or concerns. I mean, ultimately, it is a big undertaking for the county, but it also is a FERC requirement that's needed to be done. So I have no issues or concerns with with HDR and the team they put together, and Jess there managing things and her experience this, I think they'll be able to accomplish it. It's just ultimately going to be pretty costly to get through that process.
Have we looked into any more grants and that to help pay for this? You know, money's gonna start being a problem.
Yeah, so we did assist the county in applying for a DNRC reclamation development grant for 75,000, but we were not successful there because we were just doing an assessment and not actually, any reclamation work per se. The county was not successful. The DNRC does have the Renewable Resource Grant, the RG program, planning grants coming out, which we will help apply for. You can get up to 40,000 there, but otherwise, yeah, there's not a lot there on that side.
I thought that Danes was having something new come out that the person could apply. Maybe I misunderstood that.
Yeah, we did apply for that direct congressional spending, so, that's still out there potentially.
No. How much was that one?
300. Yeah, that's where we asked
How
for
much?
300. wasn't it? That was the one we did.
Yeah,
for the dam and the bridges, right?
Yeah, but it was separate amounts for each one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you guys submitted separate amounts, one for the dam and then one for bridge projects. I'm not sure where those are at. I don't know. I'm guessing, they're essentially earmarked projects they were looking for. I don't think, or I'm not sure what was included, if any, in the bill that passed. So they're probably looking at a next round of spending later this fall before fiscal year end. But who knows what they're going to include and where they're going to allocate funding for. And I know a lot of the other cities and counties across Montana applied for those funds as well.
Is there anything left of that last infrastructure bill? Like, would any of this fall under the infrastructure bill? If there ain't money left in it, I don't know.
I think a lot of that was going passed through the state, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the state funds through ARPA went through the DNRC, and those have already been allocated. They're kind of working on spending all of those. So there's no money there. It would just be what if the county had any leftover funds from your direct allocation. And I don't know where the county's funding went. Maybe it's the courthouse upgrades. But I'm not sure if there's anything left there. But on the state side, there's nothing available.
Yeah, the elevator project. You may have, there may be some, but
Unless we're holding off case of that re-roof.
yeah.
No, we got the roof to do too now.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the problem. The money deal is gonna be the biggest thing by far.
You do have, I know there's some upfront work and some of the early tasks on here, but their field inspection and then really where the bulk of the time comes in is like task 4, 5, and 6, which they're anticipating to happen next year. So there's some expense there early on, but I mean, I think you can plan for most of these costs probably happening from like April of 26 through the end of next year. I don't know if that helps with just how the revenues come in from hydrodynamics or not.
Yeah, I don't know the total yet. We was gonna start working on, Blanche isn't here today, but I was gonna start looking into the budgets and stuff, but I guess that's gonna be the next question is where we're gonna take the money to do this. Being the dam's not gonna support us and FERC's gonna break us.
But over 2 fiscal years, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, we should be able
Yeah.
to figure it out with 2 years of play.
They
That was,
just keep on going. It don't end. They just, every damn time he calls or something else.
It doesn't, and it's I mean, I would love to say that their conditional assessment's going to be perfect and there's nothing going to come out of it, but you know, every time we do a Part 12D, there's additional follow-on work, and I'm sure there will be additional follow-on work that comes out of this one. You know,
Yeah, we talked-
you can expect that.
Oh, yeah, it's neat, yeah.
You always find something, right?
yeah.
So I guess on this note, then we probably just table it for next week when Blanche is here. Just so I know she's gonna have some questions and don't wanna leave it around of this, it's a big deal.
You just want to be on Zoom for that, or that work, or?
Yeah.
If that works for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever, yeah.
unless you wanna go for a drive.
It's a pretty drive. You would come in.
Maybe if you're going to table it, this is just the scope and fee, but I'm sure Jess could actually get the county over their contract, and then you guys would have the contract scope and fee that you could act on, and then get things signed at the time.
Cause then that way we can kind of look into, you know, how much we made off, just to kind of start trying to figure everything out. Yeah, I think we just need to all be here and look at the budget and get the contract over and we can make it work. We don't have much choice. Holy shit.
And if you want, Scott, I can. I mean, I'm not sure. I think you get monthly revenue from the dam, right? It's not paid out at the end of the year, is it?
It's monthly, usually every couple. Asked here lately, we've been running 30-35 through, but this time of year, there's not a lot of money to be made, and then when there is, you're so dictated by the other entities, you can't do nothing.
Yep. I can work with Jess and we can look at their schedule on this and let you know what would be this fiscal year and what would fall after July 1 of next year, so you can at least plan for budgeting between the 2 fiscal years.
I think that's really big time. That way it's, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else?
Would you have any other questions for me at all? No, you do.
It was
Can you
mentioned
come
that-
down lower? Look at him. He knew that was coming.
It's coming. That's why I already asked that question to get it lower, because I knew it was coming.
You asked us, Jeremiah, for Jess to send the contract. Should we send it to Jeremiah, or do you guys want us to send it directly to you?
Probably go through Jeremiah and he can look it over, he understands them, and then in case he sees something, and then maybe send it to here too, and then we'll have it for sure in front of us, right?
Do you have Miranda's email?
No, I can give it to you.
Then that way you can look it over.
Yeah, I
too.
can.
Is that all right?
Yep. Yeah, they could send it over and then I'll forward it on over to Miranda, but just make sure there's nothing in there.
Sounds good. I guess other than that, thanks.
Yeah, nice to meet you, yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Try to help, Scott, I promise. I'm Miranda.
Hi.
Have a good one.
Hi, Jeremiah.
How are you? Scott, did you give him shit for sending 2 people over there?
We were just talking about you being in Maui, that's what we were talking about.
Oh, it's coming.
That's later on this year.
They're probably getting a
That's
feeling
why
that-
I'm not there, because I didn't want you to make fun of me again.
Well, after this assessment, you're probably.
Next time.
Rush down.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Jeremiah. Have a good day. Thanks, Jeremiah.
Yep, take care. See you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Take your sign down, go back to the beach.
I'm gonna have to put that as my background next time. It's a nice sunny beach there. Take care. See you guys.
Yeah. Wow, wow.
Your heart attack?
Just damn near, I was just like.
Less than what we were thinking though.
Yeah. But 2 fiscal years will, yeah, definitely be,
150 a year basically, or 175.
yeah.
Man, I think we're gonna get between 60 and 80 off the revenue.
A year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, the fucking. Wow. Yeah, I about fell over and I looked at that, you couldn't. But anyway, we'll go ahead and move on to the. No, we'll probably table this work session because Blanche isn't here and we all kind of need to be on the same table with that.
Yep, I agree with that.
So we can.
It's the,
Oh, and then,
our roads.
Our roads is next.
Our
Darren, I
roads.
should have maybe stayed on for this.
This, the note on it is where do you want this out of? And I need an address in the chat. These are that curb or the bridge. And the insurance, I thought we just sent this over the insurance pay, or do we pay it and then it comes out of
Yeah,
comprehensive, right?
I'd pay it and then we've got a claim, so I do concurrent and then they, getting them, the insurance company, the information, then they reimburse.
Yeah, and I've sent them that.
Did you send them the address and stuff?
No, Becky needs that.
Yeah.
I'll get that to Becky, but yeah.
Okay, I'll just tell her it comes out of comprehensive, we can get it over and then we'll pay it, they gotta pay it back.
So I do a motion to pay it and then,
I'll motion to pay our roads construction for the bridge work.
I second it. Any public comment? Being none, all in favor? Aye. Motion carried, pass, I'll take it in. I think it's comprehensive.
yeah.
Don't have Becky. I'll be back. I don't have my family.
Hopefully we get something in the next 2 years from that congressional, whatever, Danes there, Shealy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I didn't,
on the,
Sarah didn't set anything in here for budget, did she?
but regarding the bridge, there is, the person who hit the bridge has insurance. Substantial, yeah.
Do we pay,
Policy, so.
do they pay us in a deductible too?
No, there won't be a
They'll just the
deductible.
total bill.
Yeah, they'll pay the whole thing.
Okay.
Depending
They
on.
should, depending on their coverage, yeah.
What's your thought on having a public meeting on this water next Tuesday? I mean, there's a couple more calls to come through.
Yeah,
I think we better have one. So the people can be here. And if we can get a letter, if they start calling or talking, or if we can send a letter to the governor saying, we need help.
we already have sent a letter to the government, didn't hear back.
That's what I'm wondering. Do we send another one or do we?
Yeah.
What your thought?
Yeah, and that was, Matt, attorney for Flicker Hydro's idea is we're trying to work with the governor and see what we can do.
Maybe get one to, Becky, our, senator too. Beards,
BCC to everyone.
To who?
the Senator Becky Beards
No,
for us.
and like she said, anything new, we can get
Yeah.
something to her too.
Want the draft of the letter on for next Tuesday for that meeting? Send it or you wanna send it before then?
I'd like to send it before in case we can get some.
Gets people to show up.
They're coming, that water people are coming. I just don't have some.
Should we do federal senators too and reps? Do them all?
That's the issue more with FERC.
Okay.
But I mean, it's Burke that makes us obey by so much out and that they, I mean, this is what they need to realize. We've gone through it before and over, but my person, I know it's a lot of extra work, but if the guy could CC them all, I think they need to know that what's coming.
How
With
you
this drought and,
direct me to send the letter to, governor and I'll get it sent out.
Okay.
CC back there.
yeah,
John,
do that. Send that, and then, what's her name was just here, she just said whatever she can do to help.
Kristen?
Chris,
Yeah, and she's what?
Just send me her email.
Office.
I just, yeah. On that note, oh, did you have any public comment there?
No.
I guess we can adjourn. We're not gonna have a work session with Blanchard out here. I don't know. I didn't see nothing later than ready, so there might be.
Get my message yesterday?
Believe so.
Okay.
Oh, wait, yeah, I get her.
Well, adjourn, Linda.
Okay.